Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Masked out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What just happened? Let's try that again.
Oh, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Masked out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, I don't know what just happened. The intro was running, but there was no visuals. I don't know what the heck was happening. But what is going on, guys? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you, and I just noticed our camera fan is off, so I'm going to go ahead and nip that in the butt so we don't get cut off here. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. What is going on, CandleMafia? Hey, Bitcoin be kind of boring right now. Basically, we got a lot of really good stuff to look at. We actually do have some decent stuff, right? We came and rejected off of almost the exact level that we gave yesterday on the live stream. But the question is now, are we going to break down, or are we going to hold this level and continue back up towards the top of that value area, coming in at about 25K, and then are we going to try to push past that 25K level and get that launch up to that 28 to 30K level? That is the real question, and we're going to be talking about it. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and let you know the other TJ. I'm pumped. Let's go. Hey, the other TJ. Is that like... Are you TJ's long lost? Are you TJ's doppelganger? But yeah, guys, we're taking a look at Bitcoin. I want to break it down if I think we're going to get a big move to the downside, or if we're going to work our way back up to the top of that range, break out, and then get a big move up, which is definitely in the cards. But there are some things that are looking a little bit worrying at this moment that could give us a bigger move to the downside. So we're going to be talking about all that, guys. And hey, real quick, what'd you guys think about the thumbnail today? If you guys like that thumbnail, let me know in the chat. Your boy, Tony D, made that thumbnail, guys. We usually have the graphic artists make those thumbnails, but right now we're in a pinch. A lot of people are out of the office right now, and Tony D took a stab at making some thumbnails. Let me know if you guys think that was a good thumbnail, and if we should keep Tony on thumbnails, or if it's like, no, yikes, that's not a good one. Let's get back to the graphic designers. I was impressed. I was impressed with that thumbnail. It's not easy to make good thumbnails, guys. And he's got the layering. He's got he made the whole behind bars Bitcoin's trap joke. I like it. Let me know. Let Tony know in the comments if you like his thumbnail. But guys, again, we have an amazing show for you. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're checking out the altcoins, and we will be spinning the wheel of pain and pleasure tonight. So don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. We're going to give away all my money. Maybe we'll give away a Frankie Candles Haikanashi blue and purple candle hat. Maybe we'll give away a Frankie Candles hat. Maybe we'll give away one of these CandleMafia shirts. Or maybe we won't give away any merch, and we'll just give you a bunch of crypto and maybe some free books, some free copies of Ben's new book, Catching Up to Crypto. I think they're still signed. I think we still have a bunch of signed ones, but don't quote me on that. But with that being said, guys, I do want to say, if you have not signed up and you want to come to the Atlanta book signing, I think it's a book signing or a meetup. I think it's like a little bit of both. I think it's a book signing. I think that's what it's for. But don't forget, guys, go to, I don't have the link. Oh, man, I wish we could find that link. But there is an Eventbrite. I think if you go to bitboycrypto.com, I believe there should be a link there to sign up for the Eventbrite. It will be in Atlanta at the Hit Network studio. Thanks, guys. Oh, yeah, wait, did they say they liked it? Let's see. I liked it until you said it. Oh, yeah, Curtis Neal. He said, I like it until you said it was Tony D's best thumbnail in the history of thumbnails. Hey, I heard he trimmed them. I heard he trimmed the thumbnails. Let's see, you guys. You guys are funny. Let's see. Looks legit, Tony D. Nice. I mean, hey, let's go. Thumbnail looks great. Let's go. Oh, let's go. How do I get a Candles hat? If you go to if you go to Hit Merch. If you go to Hit Merch, you can get this Frankie Candles Haikanashi dad hat with the CandleMafia on the back. And yeah, you can check those out at hitmerch.com. All right, so we like the thumbnail. Let's go. Hey, Tony might be coming for Tony might be coming for the thumbnail job. But guys, I really, really appreciate you for tuning in. Before we go ahead and jump into it, guys, shout out to everybody who is showing support in the BitBoy Crypto morning stream today. That was a fun one. I feel like that was one of my favorite times hosting the morning show. The CandleMafia was in there showing out with the candle emojis. I do appreciate it, guys. So shout out to everybody in the morning stream. And there you go, Tony D on point with the Eventbrite. You guys can click there and go ahead and sign up. And I will be there. Tony D will be there. Who knows? I know Crypto Billy ain't too far away. Maybe Crypto Billy will come take a ride down. But you never know. Me and Tony D will definitely be there. Ben will be there. TJ will be there. The whole Hit Network, DZ, everybody's going to be there. So it's going to be a fun time. And hey, we might be giving away some hats at the meetup too. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen at a BitBoy Crypto meetup. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into chat and see who we got in here today. Shout out to Crypto Degen, complimenting Tony's thumbnail. It sounds like I'm talking about his fingernail. He does have nice... you guys don't know this, but Tony does have really nice thumbnails. His pointer nails, not so much, but his thumbnails are clean. Jessica, what is going on, Jessica? Shout out to you for the candle emojis. Really do appreciate that. Dear Jack, what is going on? Thumbnail fire. Let's get it. Subfloor Dweller, great work. Tony D. Geez, Tony D getting a lot of love on the thumbnail. You guys really liked it. PJ Cabrera, what is going on? Thumbnail looks great. Donato Cabrera with the candle emoji. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all our mods. March 8th is the book signing, guys. That is, it is March 8th. There we go. Shout out to Tony D. Speaking of Tony D, shout out to Tony D. Shout out to Tyler Jordan, Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Anon, Captain Kirk, D Petty Crypto, Crypto Billy. I feel like I always leave one person out, and it's always someone different. But shout out to all our mods. Did I say D Petty Crypto and Rob the Crypto Snob? I think I did. Shout out to all our mods, guys. They make my life so much easier, and they really do help a lot out with the channel, and they make this community what it is. Shout out to Anthony Fonseca. What is going on, man? He says, hey, Frankie, listening to your TA really does help my trading. Sometimes I don't even realize it at the time, but I'm picking up on stuff I hear you say. I'm making it part of my routine to listen to you. Shout out to Anthony Fonseca. Dude, that's amazing. I'm super happy to hear that. And if you're not in the free Discord or the premium Discord, but you can always get in the free Discord, if you're not in there, surround yourself with people that are out there trading. And again, like you're saying, you're hearing me say stuff. The more people you surround yourself with who are out here doing this, you'll start to pick it up. So I'm super happy that you're picking this stuff up, man. And I appreciate that chat. Let's see. Okay. Wow. All right. Chat just slammed all the way to the bottom. Let's see. Fazian, what is up, Fazian? Darren does things in the house. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Hasta la pasta, Frankie. Shout out to you, man. Lisa, what is going on? V-Slim and Chemistry, bro, in the house. Two OGs. Let's go. Paying way too much attention to another man's fingernails. Hey, V-Slim. Hey, he's got a nice fingernail. He's got a nice fingernail. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Moonbird, what is going on? Sweet baby Sabos, what is going on? Finally get to watch a full episode today. Thank you for working so hard. Shout out to Sweet baby Sabes. Hey, no problem. Thanks for showing up, bro. You keep showing up. I will keep doing this TA for you guys. Daniel says, happy to tune in every day and learn, especially from another ATL local. Well, Daniel, hey, bro, get to that book signing so I can say what's up. And yeah, we could chat some charts. We could do some live TA. Shout out to Alex O. Let's go. He says, we out here. Love you, Frankie. Hey, Alex, I love you back, bro. I love you back. Chemistry, bro. We said hi to you. Bobby Chulo. Am I too late? No, you were just in time, Bobby Chulo. Just in time for me to say your name. And without further ado, Crypto Billy in the chat. Crypto Anon in the chat, just making a grand entrance. Anon and Billy, what is going on? I think Billy might have been here. But yeah, guys, shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out to Connor Anderson, even though his last name's not in his name anymore. But yeah, it's Connor Anderson, man. What is going on, bro? Let's see. Steph, what is going on? Sean, what is going on? And Bison9 says, Frankie, Jason Leifer, the dream team. Hey, let's get it. Shout out to Jules. Shout out to Tanner Time. And Crypto Pollo or Bitcoin Chicken Crypto Pollo. I love you, bro. I love you, man. This thing is sick. Shout out to Dave Digital and Crypto Pollo. Yeah, we are That's why you never pull the trigger on a gun if you don't know if it's loaded. I thought it was empty. I accidentally pulled the trigger and it shot. I'm actually really disappointed. That's horrible trigger discipline there. But, you know, it's just a money gun, guys. But, yeah, shout out to you guys. Let's go ahead and without further ado, as I throw a pen, let's go ahead and light that candle, guys. Let's light that daily candle. We do have the wood wick cashmere. We haven't lit this in a couple days. I don't know why. I'm just forgetful. That's why. But let's go ahead. Oh, no. Oh, no. The lighter died, guys. The lighter died. This is an electric lighter. And now we can't light the candle. Well, we're going to have to wait for Mrs. Candles to come back. But, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and, whoop, whoop, Mr. Candles, what is going on, man? Shout out to John Carpenter. And, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and re-import my screen share into vMix because it's not here. Guys, I don't know what's going on. Somebody get Gary Gensler and handcuff him. Zip tie his hands because this man's has been messing around with our technical stuff for the past few days, and it's quite annoying. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go. All right, let's see. Thank you for not muzzling us. Shout out to King Peasant. Dude, King Peasant, what did you say in chat on the morning show that made me laugh, bro? I've read your chat. I forget what it was, but it made me laugh. Again, shout out to everybody who watched me on the BitBoy Crypto morning stream. That was a fun show. We were really sarcastic the whole time, but people seem to like it. We're back, baby. Let's go. All right, so get the Gensler. Get the Gensler. All right, let's go ahead and jump in here, guys. I want to go ahead and get rid of that TA, and let's go ahead and zoom out and take a look at what we got going on. I'm actually going to keep Market Cipher B on for just a minute, guys. Now, obviously, I'm not going to spend too much time on the higher time frames because we cover them almost every day, and, not much develops on these, right? Weekly still looking the same. VWAP starting to cool off a bit. 6-day VWAP looking very similar. And then obviously on that 5-day, that money flow coming up is our bullish case here, with the money flow crossing up closer to that 0 line, guys. Green dot is confirmed. But I will be honest, guys, there are some alarming things on the charts here. Now, I'm not calling for Bitcoin to go back down to, 18K or what have you. But it is, I do think there are some things that could bring us down just a little bit in the medium term here. But that 5-day money flow is still looking pretty good. So in the longer term, the higher time frames do still look good, other than the 6-day and the weekly looking to cool off. Right? Again, nothing too alarming there. Just, it's just indicating a potential cool off period, right? Which could either manifest itself as a little bit of a dump, or it could manifest itself as in just some sideways consolidation. V says 25K resistance, like a bully we have to overcome. Yes, absolutely. That's why we put Bitcoin, or that's why Tony D put Bitcoin behind those bars on the thumbnail, because that's kind of what it feels like, right? It's like, come on, man, I'm trapped under here. Let me go. Let me run free. Let me run free like the bird I am. Anyway, I guess birds don't run, right? They fly. Let me run free like the dog I am. But anyway, green dot confirmed on your 4-day, guys. But again, still looking a little bit more bearish on that VWAP crossover here. Just a little bit of a VWAP flop here. Now, again, this can come up and change over time. We do still have about 2 days and 1 hour to print another candle here, so this could come up. But as of right now, this is looking a little bit more of a bearish. It is looking like this green dot is not going to have a lot of gusto here unless that VWAP starts to come up higher. And then you could also see that light wave, the light blue wave crossing into that gray wave is really what causes those red dots. You can see every time the white clips into the dark, you get the dot. Every time the gray, once you get that little light wave, you get the green dot. So once we cross again on these waves, you can see when you get the light wave crossing that gray wave, you can see that's what kind of causes the dot. So you can see as the dark gray and the light gray waves start to converge towards each other, it's just indicating that we could actually push that red dot to confirm. Shout out to Johnny B Crypto, said, Frankie, thank you for the STX sauce. Love you, bro. Shout out to Johnny B. Johnny B is in. We'll talk about that. Hey, bro, no problem. I got you, homie. But yeah, we'll go over why he's thanking me for that sauce and what is the STX sauce. We'll go over it in a little while, a little bit later in the stream. But no problem, bro. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate the nice comments. But yeah, glad I was able to help you out there. Again, that VWAP is looking a little bit more weak, but money flow actually looks pretty good, right? And the money flow is really what we're putting the weight on here. 3-day, looking for, kind of the same thing, looking for a little bit of a VWAP flop. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit alarming, guys, because we have 56 minutes to confirm a candle here. I think this is the 2-day or the 3-day. I think we're going to get that red dot on the 3-day. If not on the closure of this candle in 55 minutes, I think we will likely get it tomorrow, unless, or I'm sorry, this is the 3-day. We'd have to wait another 3 days. But we would at least get very close to that zero line. If not, start printing that red dot here on the 3-day. And you can kind of see we are starting to tucker out, as they say, on this little pump. You can see we got this candle comes up high, gets another higher candle, and now we are starting to look like we may be losing a little bit of steam as that VWAP is starting to flop over, not only on the 4-day, but also the 3-day. So that 4-day red dot, that 3-day red dot would indicate a little bit more of a cool off coming up in the medium term. And guys, this is a lot of these things are the reason why I've been leaning a little bit more bearish. I know a lot of people, again, I always say this, I always kind of sound crazy when we were looking at that daily red dot. As you guys know, we were looking at this. I was like, hey, man, like, it's looking like we're going to get that red dot on the daily. We're going to get somewhat of a bearish divergence on the daily, right? And I'm like, I don't know. The indicators are pointing down. The money flow in the 16 and the 12-hour are coming down. And hint, hint, 16 hours crossing over into the red. And that's why I was like, guys, I think I have to lean a little bit bearish, even though I know we could easily squeeze up when we had that ascending triangle right here, right? We had that ascending triangle more on like the 4-hour right here. You can see about low, higher low, and that's kind of, I don't want to draw on the chart because it's going to bring all our TA back up. But you have this ascending triangle with this flat level of resistance, and then your ascending trend here giving us that bullish pattern that everyone was looking at, and it could have broken up. Of course, it was definitely was an ascending triangle, but I had to lean more bearish because of what the indicators were looking like, right? And that daily red dot, that daily bearish divergence, the fact that the 2-day, which we're going to get to in a second, was looking a little bit bearish, and that 16 and 12-hour money flow was coming out, which was what was making us expect this move down, right? So kind of the same thing, I'm kind of looking at the same thing right now. Looking at the 2-day, guys, coming over to regular candles, we are now printing that 2-day bearish divergence on regular candles. This is a bearish sign, right? Now, granted, this may not actually, again, I'm not calling for an absolute nuke to the downside, but this is likely going to give us something, just like that daily divergence that we confirmed, I guess yesterday, right? On the 22nd. So, we thought this was likely to give us a move down. We knew the money flow was coming out. This is why we expected price to come down, and it did, right? So we don't want to ignore the signals that have not played out yet, right? So you have this bearish divergence on your, I'm going to pull up a clean chart here so I can actually draw. You can see here, right, on the 2-day, on regular candles, you have your higher high on price action, right, with your lower high on your momentum waves, right? So you got higher high, lower high, giving you that open alligator mouth that we look for on these bearish divergences. We are also up against key resistance at about 25K, right? We came up to tap the, essentially, the highs of the range, right? We have our lows of the range, of a macro range, more of a macro range. If I had to draw this as a somewhat of a value area, I may give you something like that, maybe. But you're basically coming down to your lows of your range, lows of your range, lows of your range, deviation away from the range, bearish retest back into the range, and now we worked our way back to the top of the range. So, obviously to get more upside, we're going to have to break above this range, right? Flip that to support, and that's where we can open up the door above 25K, start breaking that $25,200 mark. That's where we could start seeing price start to run up a good bit. But we're stuck below this resistance, right? It's very, very strong resistance here. It's not just the highs of the range. We have other levels here making this very strong. It's the value area high of our macro range, which is, our macro range. If you pull your volume from here to here, it's your macro value area high, right? And then if you zoom in and you pull some volume on your local range right here, it's also basically your value area high of that range as well. So you're coming up to test these very important levels of resistance, and that is, why we are basically getting such a big fight here. So, and with that 2-day bearish divergence into this key resistance, we have to be ready for this to potentially give us a move to the downside, right? We can't just hope this thing is going to keep mooning if we're getting bearish signals. Now, with that being said, I do want to point out that just because there's a bearish divergence on the 2-day doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to nuke, right? Again, sometimes the divergences or even just the red dots can kind of manifest themselves as sideways consolidation, right? So you could see here, when we were coming up in this parabolic, this parabolic bull run here, you could see we printed 2-day bear divs here constantly, and none of them really played out until right here, and we didn't even have a divergence at that point. We just came down off the red dot. Right? And then you put in a higher high on your price action, lower high on your momentum wave. You got that divergence here. That's where you got a little spill to the downside. So you just want to understand that just because there's a divergence doesn't mean you're 100% going to get nuked to the floor. But again, very rarely do 2-day red dots give us nothing, right? And especially if you have the bearish divergence with money flow coming out as well. It's another thing to realize here, guys. Money flow is very, very nice to us. It tells us the truth most of the time, right? The money flow does not lie. So for the most part, right? Nothing's right 100% of the time, but that money flow dang near close. Bearish divergence on the 2-day, I really want to hammer that home. We do not want to ignore this, right? So there you go. Probably going to confirm. Yeah, it's going to confirm today, right? It's going to confirm in about 50 minutes. So, yeah, we'll have to see what we'll have to see. I mean, that's going to confirm most likely. I don't like to be too decisive. Anything can happen, but guys, that's likely going to confirm, right? So, just something to keep an eye on, and we are likely also probably going to start printing the bear div here on the Heikinashis as well. So, definitely a bearish sign at resistance here. So, just be careful. And again, you guys will know daily bearish divergence, something we've been looking at. Money flow starting to teeter out here. 16-hour money flow back in the red. Oh, this is on Heikinashis. On regular candles, it already has crossed over into the red here. Starting to wiggle back up, but you may kind of play around a little bit before coming back down. 12-hour money flow is coming out as well. 10-day VWAP below the zero line. Money flow is still in the red here on the 10-day. Your 10-hour, guys, not 10-day. 8-hour money flow is in the red. VWAP got rejected at that zero line pretty dang hard. I was actually feeling pretty good about a move to the upside after the live stream yesterday. We weren't really calling for it on the live stream. We were actually pretty bearish on, not bearish, but I was leaning bearish yesterday on the live stream. But we were in a scalp short, and I had a feeling that it might have played out a little bit more than I had expected because we were getting that green dot on the 8-hour, and our money flow on that 30-minute was actually starting to cross over. I guess it was probably over here, was starting to cross over into the green. Was this yesterday? Yeah, this was probably 9:30 p.m. Yeah, we started to cross into the green with the money flow on the 30-minute with that 8-hour green dot. And typically that can give us a pretty big move to the upside, especially if you have the 24-minute money flow in the green as well. Sometimes it can make for a very, very powerful move to the upside. And we had a nice curvature here too. So I was thinking, hey, we might get a nice little continuation up here. And this, this little scalp long that we got into may wind up turning into somewhat of a swing trade. But what happened? This is why you do not want to front run signals, guys. We printed that green dot right here and then just got rejected at that zero line, never printed the green dot. And yeah, that's why you never want to front run signals. But yeah, VWAP still coming down. Money flow generally coming out here on the 8-hour. Moving down to the 4-hour here. VWAP cruising to the upside towards that zero line on the 4-hour, but no bullish divergence or anything like that. But, VWAP is coming up. We, likely will eventually print that green dot, maybe start printing it in the next 47 minutes. But with that all being said, guys, I do just want to touch on kind of what we were looking at yesterday, what we were expecting, and if we got it or not, right? So I'm going to come down to a lower time frame here. Come on down to the 30-minute. I'm going to switch back to the Heikinashi candles and turn on our TA. And let me go ahead. I'm going to switch back over to this chart, right? So, hang on. Is it this chart? It's this one. Okay. So, let's see. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Okay. So, taking a look here, guys, we were talking about, right, we were in this little scalp long, from the premium Discord, right? I'll just go ahead and put the position there. Roughly, it was from that level down here at about $23,631. And we were looking for a little bit of a scalp here up to my first take profit was actually going to be the retest of the value area low. And then we flipped that to support. And then that next take profit was going to be the POC of the range. And what happened, you guys will know that on the stream, we were talking about what to kind of expect here as we were getting that pump, because this pump was actually happening going live. Right? What time was this candle at? Yeah, 7 p.m. This was while we were live on stream. We were getting this pump up. I was letting everybody know, hey, if you're in the premium Discord and you're in this trade, go ahead and take some profits at this level. And then, if you want to lock in partial profits and try to ride it up to the POC, you can. If you want to, be a little more risky, or if you want to be conservative, you can lock out the whole trade. But it's obviously going to be dependent on how big is your position size, how much profit are you looking to make, what's your strategy, how big is your account, right? It's all dependent. What's your risk tolerance? It's all dependent on these types of things, right? But we did come right up to that POC, which was a great place to lock in some more profits. But just in general, guys, what we were talking about was if we did get a move up, where could we expect a rejection? And guys, this is exactly what we were looking at. We were looking at a potential rejection from the POC if we pushed up above the POC. The real POC right now is up here. But we had this local golden pocket, and the POC from yesterday was over here. Looking for a rejection at the POC, and if we push up, we were looking for a rejection out of that golden pocket if we pushed up above that POC. And then we were like, hey, if you get pushed above the golden pocket, you may come up here and get a rejection off the 786, which would be a great place to put in a higher low. Does anybody remember me saying this yesterday? This would be a great place to come up and put a higher low in. A lower high. I always get tongue twisted. I don't know why with that. But this would be a great place to come in and put in a lower high before coming down a little bit further. And so we never really got to push into the 786, but we rejected right from that POC / local golden pocket, which is exactly where we were looking for that rejection, as long as we didn't push up to the 786, right? And we were talking about, guys, price likes to retrace, obviously, to these local golden pockets, right? So you can pull these local golden pockets from the high to the low, and that's kind of as you're getting a bounce and you make this low, you pull your fib to that swing low, and now you have an idea of where price is likely to retrace to. Now, it's very hard to try to figure out if you're going to reject the golden pocket or if you're going to reject the 786 and push up a little bit more, but we had a lot of confluence here between the POC and the golden pocket to get that rejection, and then again, you had that 786 as backup, but we did come in to put that lower high. Would have been a great short entry there. I didn't take it, unfortunately, but we did get that rejection almost in the exact spot we were looking for it. And the reason I bring that up, again, is not to say, hey, look at us, nana poo-poo, we were right. The reason I say it is because I want to teach you that when you get a move down and you make this low, next time you see that happen, go ahead and grab your fib. I'm going to delete this fib, right? Next time you see that, right, go into bar replay mode. Say you're watching price action, right? And you come down and you're at, okay, this 2 hours looking to print a green dot. Price is coming down. All right, we're continuing down. Boom, we got another red dot faked out. Okay, boom, we got another green dot. We got another green dot on the 2 day, on the 2 hour, right? It's a double green dot, so it may be a good chance we get a move up here. So now this is where I would go ahead and get my fib, right? Pull that fib from the high to the low and see where that golden pocket comes in. And at that time, it came right in at that golden pocket. And this is why I was looking at this level for a retracement before a rejection down, right? And again, the reason why I wasn't expecting this double green dot to give us a big move to the upside, I said this as well. And again, the reason I say it is to drill it and make sure it sticks in your head so you can see this stuff as well, right? You do got the double green dot, but the reason why I was saying if we do get a short-term move up, that's what we were saying, right? Hey, short-term move up wouldn't be unlikely, but because of the way money flow is looking, I am expecting if we do get a move up for it to just be a short retrace before a bigger move down. And the reason we expected that was because look at money flow, right? We're getting the green dot, but money flow is cruising out and crossed into the red, indicating that the trend was likely to continue to the downside, even if we got a retracement. So that's why I was, this is the sauce, guys. This is why I was expecting the trend to continue down, right? And why I wasn't expecting this to really rip up. But what happened? We wound up getting that move all the way up to that POC, obviously, and we got a nice little rejection from it. And now the question is, are we going to see this continue to the downside? And there really is no telling. We got to break this level at $23,630 to see that further move down. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys, I saw that, and I was like, this is a perfect teachable lesson for the Candle Mafia. Not only how to pull those, where to look for those retracements, but why we were looking for price to make a retracement and not a big move up. right? Because that's kind of what you're faced with when you see stuff like that. Like, okay, we hit support. We're getting a double green dot, whatever. It doesn't have to be market cipher, right? It could be whatever you're looking at, whatever indicators that's making you expect to move up. Okay, I'm getting some bullish signals here, but let me see what money flow is doing. Let me see what the stochastics are looking like. Let me see what the MACD looks like on this time frame, or what have you, right? Whatever you're looking at. But for me, it was the money flow crossing over into the red here, and on a lot of the other time frames with the daily bear div confirmed, that was making me think that, like, hey, we're probably not going to get a rocket ship to the upside with a daily bear div and money flow in the red on the 2 hour and money flow coming down aggressively on the 12 and the 16 hour. This is what was making me think that we were going to just get a small retracement and a move to the downside. And now you guys know where I got that retracement level from. I'm just showing all the cards here. That is where I get those retracement levels from. And as you can see, especially in this case, it plays out very, very accurately. So, a lot of people might have missed the short from up here that we gave in the premium Discord. But if you missed that, doesn't mean you can't get into a short. But don't FOMO in. Wait for that retracement and get in on a rejection of a golden pocket. Or if you push up, look for the rejection off the 786. And just to be fully transparent, this isn't going to play out perfectly every single time, but it hits more often than not. So there you go. A little bit of a saucy lesson early here in the stream, guys. I hope you guys wrote that down on your uncooked lasagna with your marinade sauce. Again, I don't think anybody gets that joke, but that one's for me. But anyway, there you go, guys. I just wanted to spit that little sauce, that little saucy FCU lesson. Let's see. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Wesley Morris says, bro, you just dropped a knowledge bomb on me. Thank you, Frankie. Shout out to Wesley. Hey, bro, we be doing it out here. We be doing it out here every day at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, shout out to you, bro. I'm glad. Hopefully, if I can, if I can illuminate a light bulb in one person's head a day, it's worth showing up for, right? So shout out to Wesley. I'm glad you got something out of that. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. Shout out to Dave Digital says, Frankie, stop telling me what to do. So rude, bossing orders and making us do stuff. Shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, bro, thank you for showing love in the morning stream too. I saw you in there, bro. I saw you in there. Let's see. Oh shit. Gee. STX Chemistry Bro says, big hype. Check the move on STX, bro. It's nice. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Yeah, we're gonna pull that up in just a second. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Spicy meatball. Is spicy a meatball? Shout out to shout out to you guys. Let's see. What are your thoughts on VeChain? I love VeChain. Number one, they are sponsored by the they sponsor the UFC. They always pop up on the UFC fights. I'm a big UFC guy. So is Tony D. We love the UFC, and we always get to see the VeChain logo, and that's why I like them. No, I'm just kidding. VeChain is a good project. It has actual use case. It's actually being used. They have actual partnerships. It's a strong project. It was one of my biggest bags in the previous bull run. I did very well with VeChain. And I do want to, I will be accumulating it again. I don't know if it's going to go on as crazy of a run as it did in the past, but I do think it's a good project, and I think it will perform pretty well. Let's see. Okay, boom. Let's move on here. Let's move on. I heard VJ respects cycles, Frankie. Is that true? Dave Digital. Yeah, you're talking about the video DJ coin, right? I think that's what you're talking about. Shout out to Dave Digital. Professor Candles. Eric Ward, what is going on, bro? Thank you for that. Shout out Daddy Zach. Shout out Crypto Billy. All right, continuing on here, guys. And we will check that STX move. But where are we going now, right? That's the question. What do we got going on now? Now we recapped what happened yesterday. Now you guys know. I gave that little saucy lesson here. Now you guys got the education. Let's just talk crystal ball stuff. What is going on here? Now, because of the 2-day bearish divergence, guys, I think I got to do it again. I don't want to be the bear, guys. And again, I'm not the bear as in I think this thing's going to make a huge move down, right? But if we're looking at the indicators, if we're looking at the price action, we have higher highs with lower highs, right? That's the bear div on the 2-day. Strong time frame. Money flow coming out on the 2-day. Money flow kind of coming out on the daily. The 16 and the 12 hour in the red. 16's in the red, 12's looking to cross over, right? This will likely leak into the 16. This will likely leak into the daily time frame and continue to pull out money flow, right? So because of the 2-day bear div, with the money flow coming out, because of the confirmed 1-day bear div with money flow starting to come out, with the 16-hour in the red, with the 12-hour still continuously coming down, with the 10-hour in the red with money flow getting rejected at that zero line, I have to remain slightly bearish, guys. It's mostly, I'll be honest with you, it's mostly that 2-day divergence. Now, to give you an idea kind of how I handle this stuff is this 2-day bearish divergence is making me feel a little bit more bearish, right? But that doesn't mean that I don't think we can get a pump in the short term. So I am watching for the confirmation of this bear div. If that bear div confirms, I would expect a move down over time, right? Over time is the key here. Daddy Zach says UFC live stream for John Jones fight. Here's some money. Hey, shout out. Hey, bro. Shout out to Daddy Zach, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. We're watching the fight on we're watching the UFC fight this Saturday on Daddy Zach. Hey, bro. We'll have to go out and we'll have to get the stream and take a picture and send it to you on Twitter. You're the man, bro. Thank you so much. You're the man. Okay, so continuing on here, Enzo Mining. What is going on, Enzo? Did you say you caught a quick little scalp this morning? I think I saw you chat that in the morning stream. I didn't say it, but I did see you. I think it was you. I did think I saw you in there. Let me know if that was you. You said you caught a scalp long, I think. Let me know. You guys don't think I read the chats. I do. And I'm not just reading them, right? Like, I'm checking who's saying it, and I know most of you guys. So yeah, let's continue on here. 2-day bear div got me feeling bearish, right? Money flow, and it's not just that; it's the money flow coming out as well. Coming on over to the 8-hour money flow coming out pretty nastily, right? Nastily, is that a word? Coming down, kind of came back up, but now starting to round back to the downside. So because it's really that 2-day bear div is the main thing with the money flow coming out on the lower time frames, meaning lower than the 2-day, right? I mean lower time frames, usually between like the 30 and the 1 minute, but right now, I mean 2-day bear div with money flow coming out on the time frames below the 2-day, right? So the bear div's on the 2-day, right? And that 3-day bear div is looking to print 2 potentially in 35 minutes. If we start printing that 3-day bear div, they would start looking pretty nasty, right? Unless we get a quick VWAP flip, it will likely wind up being pretty bearish. Now, and then again, 2-day bear div, 16-hour money flow coming out, 12-hour money flow, 10, 8, 6-hour money flow. Kind of bing-bonging around here, but that is likely going to cross over into the red at some point. So there you go, guys. Let's go ahead and come to the lower time frames and talk levels. And they haven't really changed much since yesterday, right? So going to be watching this level here at about $23,613. Let's go ahead and pull up our VP, VR, a little V, VP, VR, VP. Bada boom. There you go, right? So if we lose this level here at about 23,631, you can see we do have a high volume node here. But once we start losing this level, the next highest volume node is going to be down here, getting close to that $23,000 level. And I'm gonna bring up another chart here, guys, in a second, and look at some other things that add confluence to that $23,000 level. Now, that $23,000 level, number one, is the point of control of our macro range here, right? When you pull your volume all the way from about Friday, January 13th, 2023, obviously, all the way to your current price action, you get your point of control coming in right here at about $23,000 even. And you have that high volume node, obviously, supporting that. So this is going to be a big level to watch. And I guess I'll just bring it up right now. If we go ahead and I want to pull up our Lux Algo Premium Indicator. Here we go. Where is it? Not Price Action Concepts, although I do love that one. Here we go. I'm going to come into Lux Algo Premium, guys. And this is something I've been using a lot lately, and that is the Smart Trail. If we pull up that Smart Trail, let it spawn. There we go. There it goes. If we go ahead and do that, you can see here, let me turn off everything else to make it a little bit easier to look at. And yeah, if you look here, where I think it was on one of the higher time frames, bear with me while I try to find this. Was it on the daily or the 12-hour potentially? Josh Castle, thank you so much for that super chat. He says, "Sup, Frankie? This is my first super chat. ER nurse here trying to retire off crypto. Think we could retest lows at 15K-ish like others have said?" Josh, thank you for that super chat, bro. I really appreciate that. Shout out to you, man. And hey, ER nurse, bro. Shout out to you, man. That's from what I understand, I know a few nurses. Being a nurse is a hard job and an important job. So shout out to you for what you do. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, and third of all, I will say this. It's not impossible to make some lower lows. But if you guys saw the morning show where we had Blockchain Backer on the stream, which was really cool, guys. I love Blockchain Backer. I never got to meet him before. It was cool to be able to tell him that I respect his work. He does some really, really cool videos, guys. I highly suggest you guys check him out. He does a lot of really macro TA, and it's really cool. I like watching him because you guys know I'm a chart nerd, and one of my favorite things to do is to just sit on the chart and do what I call investigative TA. Pulling fractals from 2016 or 2017 or 2018, moving them over, extrapolating that data onto the current price action, and just being fascinated about how the levels are so well respected, and just kind of seeing how funny it is that if you start moving stuff around, how things work out. And that's what made me fall in love with TA. And he was basically like, yeah, man, he's like, that's exactly why I like it too. So hopefully we can get Backer on our show here at 5:45 p.m. That would be super, super cool. Like I said, like, definitely go check him out, guys. Any videos I've ever seen from him have just been like it's so different than what we look at, and it's really good stuff, guys. He's really, really smart. And I will say this: the first time I said this on the morning show, I think. First time I ever saw one of Blockchain Backer's, I didn't even see his video. I had a friend that was he was in crypto too, and he said, "Hey, do you ever watch Blockchain Backer?" And I was like, "No, I've never seen him." Now this is years ago now, and he was like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Everyone's calling for 100K, but I like this Blockchain Backer guy, but he's not calling for 100K." And in my head, I was kind of like, just instant reaction, like, "Well, that's no fun," but he was right, guys. So he's definitely accurate. That's for dang sure. And it just goes to show sometimes, it's important to listen to the people saying the things that you might not want to hear. Sometimes the best advice you'll ever get in your life is most of the time, the best advice you'll ever get in your life is advice you don't want to hear. If you're getting pissed off when someone tells you something, then, it may be hard to swallow, but when you go back and reflect on those things, anytime in my life, especially as I get older, anytime I've ever been given advice that hurt my feelings, I look back years later and I go, wow, that hurt my feelings because they were right. So just remember that. And that just goes for crypto too. When someone's saying, hey, we're not going to 100K, we're only going to this, you might not like it, but it is definitely worth taking into consideration. So shout out to Blockchain Backer. But continuing on here, guys. I forget why we even got on that rant. Hey, Frankie, does the VRVP and the volume profile work the same? Yes. The only difference between the fixed range volume profile, which is this right here, and the visible range volume profile, which is the one that pops up on the side of your chart like this, the only difference is the fixed range volume profile is you select the candles that you want to analyze the volume for, right? So I would select from this date to this date, and it pulls that volume profile. Where the visible range volume profile, all it does is it analyzes the candles that are visible on your screen, right? So we are analyzing the candles from all the way back here, all the way to your current price action. And if you zoom out, you'll notice the volume over here will move, right? Ready? Zoom out, volume moves. Boom. See, the volume moves because now we're taking all of this information into account, right? All those candles that we weren't showing before. So there you go. That's the only difference. So if you could do the same thing with both of these, they just function differently, right? But they give you the same information. So, if I were to zoom in, so only these candles that I have the fixed range on are showing, right? So I only have the candles from here to here. These volume profiles over here and over here are exactly the same. They're just on different sides of the screen. So this won't change until I bring more candles into, and now it'll change. Boom, there you go. So I hope that answers your question. But here you go, guys. If you look at the 12-hour here, you could see that our Lux Algo Smart Trail comes right up into this level as well. So you got your point of control, you got your Lux Algo Smart Trail, and we actually also have a local golden pocket at that level as well when you pull it from the swing high to the swing low. Beautiful, beautiful confluence for this level. I would love to get a pullback into 23K to look for a nice long position. But there you go. Basically, this blue box, guys. You got the golden pocket, the POC, and the smart trail right here. And guys, I've been using the smart trail a bit more lately, and this is a lot of people ask me, I might make a video about this. A lot of people ask me, how do you get into a trade after you miss the initial move, right? Because we always say don't FOMO into the breakout, but if you don't want to FOMO into the breakout, how are you going to get in on a big uptrend? And that's been a really popular question I've been getting, and a lot of times what you can see happen is you get a breakout, right? We got this initial breakout here out of our old range. You get that breakout, and a lot of times you will come back down to retest that smart trail, right? So you could look for, you might want to wait for, you get the strong buy signal, a break above the smart trail, right? So the smart trail turns from red to blue, showing that you may be beginning an uptrend, right? So that's giving you confidence, but you don't FOMO in at the top, right? You let price develop. Let price develop. Sell signal, boom. It dumps you down. You tap that smart trail, and when you're above the smart trail, it acts as support. It's like a dynamic level of support and resistance, right? Similar to a moving average, but it's calculated. I don't know how it's calculated specifically, but it's like a moving average. But you can see you come down, you tap that smart trail, bang, you come back to the upside, right? And then you didn't really touch it there. And then, when you're in a parabolic move, obviously it's kind of hard to get in on these moves. You would likely have to zoom into a lower time frame and see what's going on these candles on the lower time frames to find a good entry. But even here, you could see you get that move up, you consolidate, and then you're looking to get into a long. A lot of people probably FOMO'd in because they thought we were breaking out right here on that wick, right? Everyone's getting into those FOMO longs. Oh my God. And then boom, they get wrecked, but you waited to come down to that smart trail. And that is where you can look for your long entries. You come down, tap that smart trail. You're expecting it to act as support. It comes down, acts as support. You get another bounce up, so on and so forth. You can see we came up, came back down, support, 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 came back up. And then eventually we flipped it back and turned it red before flipping it back to blue. The one thing I will caution you guys with, with not only the smart trail, but with other indicators similar to this, is that they don't really work as well in a ranging market. They work very well in trending markets, right? So you get very clear signals when you're in a trend, but when you're ranging, it's not very helpful, right? Like right here, we didn't even interact with it at all. So just be careful. You want to make sure that you're, you want to wait for it to indicate that you're in an uptrend, right? So we cracked here, it turned blue. You're thinking, hey, this is an uptrend. You come down, you test your, you test that smart trail, you get another green candle, a strong buy signal, and bang. Imagine if you bought that, boom, all the way to the upside. Same thing, sell signal, tap it as support, strong buy, bang, right? Strong buy, bang. And now, again, guys, it's not as easy as just seeing the strong buy signal and buying in. If that worked, trust me, I would just have a bot set on the strong buys and the strong sells. But you could see they are very strong, right? You get a strong sell signal up here, and this is essentially where we started the breakdown. Got another strong sell, boom, started the breakdown before coming back up. But yeah, that was kind of a tangent. But on the 12-hour, the point is very important level to the downside is going to be that $23,000 level because you have the local golden pocket, the POC, and that smart trail coming up there as well. Also, more on the local level, we do have a local golden pocket, which is sitting right here between about 23,298 and about 23,200. In case we come down and front run that POC, that would be a good, that local golden pocket would be a decent place to watch for a bounce to the upside, right? But again, I would rather see us come down to that actual POC and actually tap that level. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. You should run an experiment and have a boy do just that and check the results. Shout out to Crimson Caravan. I don't know exactly what you are talking about. Shout out to Chemistry Bro, says STX continuing to move down. Let's go, baby. Collect those bagels, baby. We collect the baguette, we finagle the bagel, and we do something with bread. I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and LK says, give us a couple of double Bs. And if you guys don't know what a double B is, it's just a simple bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to what is it? LK. Shout out to LK. I'll give you a little bit of a bing bong. Maybe we'll load up the money gun here real quick. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Crypto Pollo as well. Load it up. Magazine. You got the magazine right here. Bang. Bing bong. Oh, baby, this thing's too good. This thing's too good. It works really well. Let's go. I love it. Shout out to you. Bing bong, bing bong. Shout out to LK. But yeah, Crimson said like I fat fangas. Let's see. Yeah, BTC is doing nothing today. Absolutely super, super boring. But there you go, right? Again, exactly what you said, man. Bitcoin is boring, right? Bitcoin's boring, just kind of still continuing in this range. But again, that 2-day bear div definitely has the possibility to break us down. Other than that, guys, I am expecting to kind of just, not only just range within our value area, but as we deviate until we break this level, I'm not really expecting a breakdown. But because of the 2-day bear div, the daily confirmed bearish divergence, money flow coming out on multiple time frames, I am expecting this level to eventually break, whether we get another bounce up before coming down. If those do play out, those bearish signals, I would expect to break this to the downside, hopefully to come down to that 23K level. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Walking Dead said, came to fill the gap, left grabbing my fib. Oh, God. Shout out to you, man. Hey, bullishsauce.eth. What is going on, bro? Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. You're the man, bro. I appreciate you. He says, Frankie, always bringing the best of the best. Frankie, be my personal trader, and I'll be your personal assistant. Bullishsauce.eth. I will say this. You guys know my biggest dream in life is to have a personal assistant. Like a personal assistant, right? And now, granted, I'm kind of lucky. Mrs. Candles does a lot for me, so I would never call her my personal assistant, but she jokes around and calls herself my personal assistant because she keeps me on track. I'm always busy, so she's always like, hey, drink water. Like, oh, here's food. You have to eat this sometimes. Or like, hey, why don't you sit down and take a breather for a second? Or she's always there. Hey, I'm gonna schedule this doctor's appointment for you because you need to go do this or whatever. But if I could actually pay someone to be my personal assistant, where I don't have to feel guilty asking them to do something for me, oh God, that's oh God. I don't want to deal with any of this paperwork. You do it, please. Hey, I want to go to this concert. Just find me tickets and buy them, please. Oh, God, that'd be so cool. But, yeah, shout out to you, man. Hey, we might have to work something out there, bullish.eth, bullishsauce.eth, man. We're going to have to work something out. Personal assistant, top G status. Oh, if he's top G status, we can I don't know if he's saying are you saying you're a top G personal assistant? Because if you are, that would be an elite type of personal assistant. But, yeah, you made it when you have a personal assistant. We're on our way. But yeah, let's go ahead and yo, people are funny, bro. People are so funny. It's like people either think we're on like some kind of upper, or they tell me that I should take an upper to focus better. I'm not going to say any words here on stream, but it's really funny. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Let's continue on here. Shout out to Mrs. Candles, to Johnny B Crypto. Let's continue on here. So, yeah, that's how I'm feeling on Bitcoin, guys. That's what I'm expecting in the short term. Again, 2-day bear div, money flow coming out. Got to lean a little bit more bearish. David Saff, thank you so much for that $7.99 super chat, bro. I appreciate you. And it's his first super chat. Shout out to you, man. Congrats on your first super chat. I shouldn't say congrats. I should say thank you. YouTube is giving me, like, confetti and stuff, so that said congrats. Very strange. Shout out to David. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. But let's continue. But, yeah, that's how I'm feeling on Bitcoin, guys. Not really too much. But again, leaning bearish, expecting that move down. But now with that being said, let's go ahead and check on that DXY and see what we got going on this thing. Now, I'm going to look at the DXY on this actual account here. Crypto Jason says, Mrs. Candles is wifey material. Crypto Jason, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, Mrs. Candles is, I'm blessed, guys. I really am. I really feel like I lucked out. And I feel like a lot of people probably say that. Either people are like, I fight all the time with my significant other. I lucked out, guys. Mrs. Candles is a special human being. She's very tall. I have a very, very unique job that requires a lot of attention and a lot of time. She's an absolute saint about it. She's very supportive. She doesn't complain. We very rarely argue. I really did luck out with her. You guys will meet her one day. You guys will meet her one day at a meetup. Shout out to Noah with the $19.99 super chat, $20 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. He said, I'm not a trader, just a holder and buyer, but I watch your show and you on BitBoy daily and just love you and your work. Stay up, G. Shout out to Noah. Bro, I appreciate that, man. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I really do appreciate all the support. Noah, it means a lot, bro. Crypto Jason, thank you so much. Thank you for the support, guys. Shout out to Noah. Shout out to Crypto Jason. You guys rock. Let's go. Dave Digital says, marry her. Let's go. All right, continuing on. Bully Perry says, show Jess. Guys, looking at the DXY here, we are starting to crack above that again, just looking for that confluence, guys. Starting to crack above that local golden pocket here. Definitely more of a bearish sign. We are getting a red dot on the 4-hour. We'll have to see what happens. Taking a look at the daily, though. Money flow continuing to creep up on the daily on the DXY, guys. Right now, as of right now, we are potentially on track to get a bounce, flip this golden pocket to support, and potentially get a big move up, on the DXY to that 106, 260 area. And that would be very bearish for Bitcoin, right? That's 2-day bearish divergence status on Bitcoin right there, right? So if we do see that move up, I would look for a flip of this golden pocket to support, or the top of the golden pocket to support. We already flipped the bottom to support, but that is something to look at. So as we check in on this DXY, I would go ahead and lean bearish on this, not on the DXY, but I would add this as a bearish puzzle piece because we did technically crack that golden pocket. Now, and money flow is continuing to come up on the daily, and the 10-hour and this 12-hour and that 16-hour is starting to crack into the green as well. Obviously, it's going to mirror Bitcoin, right, or inversely copy. But yeah, let's go. Shout out to Johnny B. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Frankie's definitely my type of dude. Hype AF. I love being hype AF. Shout out to Bullish Sauce. I appreciate you, bro. The cute candle couple. You guys are too funny. Let's see. We know it's DZ, bro. It's all good. Yeah, guys. There is a conspiracy theory that Mrs. Candles is actually just DZ's hand with painted fingernails, because no one thinks I can get a girlfriend, guys. But I swear, I've had like one girlfriend in my whole life, all right? Leave me alone. I'm just kidding. But guys, with that being said, let's just go ahead and do a quick check-in on the SPY before we jump into your favorite part of the stream, which is the altcoin section. But let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah. Getting pretty close to just nailing that bounce off that POC/bullish retest of that trend line. May front run it a little bit here, but we've basically made it down there. Are we going to get the bounce, or are we going to push lower? We'll have to see. It would be very bearish, in my opinion, to crack this point of control coming in at 394.10. If we break that level to the downside, I will expect much more downside for the SPY. That is going to be the key level, and we are approaching it quickly. So just something to keep an eye on. Red dot also printing on the weekly. So yeah, that is last time we got a red dot on the weekly, and we were not even as overbought as we were right here. But that last little red dot did give us wick to wick an 8% move to the downside, guys. Now, it doesn't mean it's definitely going to play out like that, but this red dot, if it played out to the tune of 8%, would bring you, guys, you can't make it up. It would bring you right to where I would expect it to bring me based off the volume profile, because if we print that, if we confirm that red dot on the weekly, you would expect a further move down, which would eventually crack you below your point of control. And once you flip that point of control to resistance, you're expecting to come back down to your value area low. And that's 8% down from the start of that red dot, which would be a very, very similar way for that red dot to play out as the previous one, right? So very interesting stuff there. Some confluence as well. But until you lose that POC, I wouldn't get overly bearish just yet. But that weekly red dot is definitely not a good sign. So shout out to Crypto Billy. He's already got the altcoin list ready to go. So shout out, if you guys want to see your altcoins, throw them in chat. But Billy's already got the list. And shout out to Crypto Billy. I love the showing 2 at a time. It's like it's very less overwhelming. I appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and see. Shout out to Gravy Baby. Says bing bong. Have a good night. I gotta go, but smash that like button. Yeah, guys, if you have not already, go ahead and smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get to spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you will have a chance to win some free giveaways. All right, I did see something I wanted to read. And Arts NFTs, what is going on? Thank you for being here. They say, Frankie, since the channel is growing, you are forgetting the OGs. He respect. Shout out to Ant Arts. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Absolute OG. I will never forget the OGs. Let's see. That's why we have a special name for you guys. We got the what is it called? Respected Mafioso name. That's why we got those special names, Ant. Let's go. We'll have to get you in there, bro. All right, let's see. Coco's look like it's breaking out now. What do you think? Shout out to Brad. Let's go ahead and start taking a look at the altcoins, guys. Starting off with Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Or, you know, your non-crypto friends might just call it simply F. And as you guys see here, we were looking for something very similar here on Ethereum. Looking for something here similar on Ethereum that we were looking for on Bitcoin, and we were talking about the same thing, right? I was hoping these lines were going to be on Bitcoin, but I probably erased them this morning. But we were looking for a bounce to the upside, right? We were getting that 4-hour green dot, which was making us think, hey, maybe we're going to get some support here, get a little bit of move to the upside, but where can that move to the upside take us? Well, it's likely that we've come down, made a low, and now we're starting to look like we can get a move up. I would go ahead again. I'm going to do it again. A little bing. Right here, what is going on? Oh, I got to switch over to regular candles. I'm going to go ahead here, right? So we're watching price. We're watching price. Price is coming down. Price is coming down. It finds support. We got the green dot. Well, I kind of front ran myself there a little bit. But we come down, right? We start to get a little bit of support. We start to print a green dot here on the 4-hour, and we're thinking at this point, this was basically where we were looking at this on the stream yesterday. Or no, maybe not. Yeah, or no, 7 p.m. So it was probably this next candle. We're looking at this, and we're like, hey, you know, where is this going to reject? Where could this reject? So what we do is same thing on Bitcoin. We pull the local golden pocket from the high to the low, and we look for a rejection first off of the local golden pocket. If you don't get the rejection off the golden pocket, you're looking for a rejection off the 786, which is what this arrow was pointing to. But we wound up actually just getting the rejection right off that golden pocket, very similar to Bitcoin. And now we are getting... now we're basically just doing the same thing. Sitting here, super boring, just kind of coming sideways. Let me get rid of these brushes here. A little boom, boom, boom. And then shut that down. And yeah, really what we need here, we are sitting right on top of this big golden pocket here. And we got to break down below this, right? We came down, hit the bottom, found support, came back. Now we're flipping this to support. But coming on over to the 2-day, bearish divergence is printing, right? Bearish divergence is 100% printing here on Ethereum. You have your higher highs on your price action with your lower highs on your momentum waves, with your money flow coming out, with your daily money flow still kind of coming out here. Your 16-hour money flow in the red, actually curving back to the upside, which is interesting. Sometimes the ETH likes to front run Bitcoin. Maybe we're going to get a little move up with the money flow on Bitcoin. But again, with that 2-day bearish divergence, I would lean more bearish here, right? In the medium term, right? We can get a short-term bounce, right? If we're getting, 1 hour looking to print a green dot here soon, that might give us a move up in the short term. But again, sizable moves from the higher time frames are still pointing to the downside. Maybe that we start printing a green dot here on ETH on the daily, and then that 2-day starts confirming the bear div, and that bear div starts playing out, and we get a VWAP flop on the daily, right? Or we get rejected at that 0 line potentially. Coming on over to the lower time frames, looking at your 4-hour, 4-hour is looking for that red dot. 2-hour getting rejected at the 0 line. 3-hour is printing. Is that confirmed? Yeah, confirmed red dot on your 3-hour. Your 4 hours looking to print very soon. Let's come down to those lower time frames and see what we got going on. Money flow on the 12-minute is coming up. Money flow on the 15-minute is kind of just coming out. 30-minute, yeah, 30 minutes just kind of flat. Your 1 hour, yeah, VWAP crossing back to the upside. Yeah, I would say 4-hour red dot is likely going to be the next thing that will give you a move to the downside if you are going to get it. And again, money flow here making some lower highs, right? You got a high, a lower high, so we could easily kind of just wiggle down and come back into a red wave and get a move to the downside. Now, let's pull up our VPVR real quick and see where the volume is being traded at. Let's come down to the 1 hour. Back to Heikin-Ashi candles, clean it up just a little bit. There we go. So obviously we are sticking to this very high volume node. The key level on ETH remains. I'm going to pull up this other chart that we have. I think it's over here. I think it's on this one, potentially. No? All right, maybe we deleted it. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. It is this one. All right, so the main level that we want to hold as support here, guys, is likely going to be Yeah, right here, if we lose this level at about 1,600, levels all remain the same for the most part. If we lose this $1,615 level, likely that we make a move down into the 1,600 even mark or, you know, the high 1,500s. And then you got a decent bit of volume here. You know, really on a higher time frame, the real important levels to hold here. Obviously, you can see this massive black hole that we have. You know, this level here at $1,500 even really remains the most important support. You also have this level down here between about 1450 and 1430 that would likely give you some form of a sticking point. But really, once you lose this level that is labeled key, because it is the beginning of the fall off of volume, not just because I think it's a strong level, this is likely going to be the level you do not want to lose. If you decisively lose that red line and this does not save you or give you a big bounce like it did right here, it is likely going to give us a decent move to the downside, potentially bringing us all the way down to this $1,326 level to retest the actual breakout point of this sideways range. So that, you know, we could just get a move down, bing bong, bounce on the red line. Loss of the red line could be a quick move down there to retest these breakout level before trying to come back up higher. But other than that, guys, looking very similar with the 2-day bear div. Your 6-day is looking to print a red dot here very soon. Your 5-day did actually get a bit of a VWAP flip here. Green dot confirmed. But this actually looks a little healthier than it does on the Bitcoins. But that 4-day VWAP flop is happening as well, and it just printed that red dot on stream right here. Flashing, yeah, so this red dot is flashing. So, yeah, be careful here, guys. This would also be a bearish divergence on the 4-day, which could be very, very powerful. Tim Shea, what is going on, Tim Shea? He says, hit that like button. Bing, bong, bing, bong. Shout out to Tim Shea. Sell everything. Hey, Ant Arts, you made me feel bad saying I forgot the OGs. Do I, like, miss your chats? I hope not. I hope not. It is chaotic with the green names, though. I will say that. Those kind of, like, pop out like crazy. Let's see. Creighton C says, Frankie Candle's player guide quotes, bing bong, ladies. Now that I've arrived, what are your other 2 wishes? Asta pasta. Let's go. Shout out to Creighton C. Oh, you're too funny, bro. Let's see. Let's see. Wish I had a time machine to go ahead in time, then come back and buy everything that went up. Back to the Future was used in the wrong way. Shout out to Brett Headley. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Let's see. Hey, shout out to Kid Crypto, not Crypto, Crypto. Shout out to Kid Crypto. I appreciate that, bro. He says, this channel is probably one of the best I have come across. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. We're just having a good time. Should I subscribe? Piano Tennis. Let's see. I'm going to take one shot. I'll take a bet with you. If I can... Am I cracking out the speakers again? Let me know. Shout out to you, bro. If I could hit the camera with a couple $100 bills, you go ahead and let's see. Who said it? Who said that? Piano Tennis. Hey, or Plano Tennis. If I hit you with these $100 bills, you got to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button and turn the notification bell on too. All right, here we go. Bing bong. Let's go. Nailed it, baby. Nailed it. You got to subscribe now or we'll call the police on you. I'm just kidding, bro. Knuckle Buster. I missed mine lately. Shout out. Ant Art said, man, just playing, brother. Okay, good, Ant Art. I was hoping. I was like, yo, if Ant Art like really thinks I've been missing his chats, I would feel bad and I would hunt them out more often. Shout out to Ant Art, NFTs. Tim Shea, welcome to the muscle, baby. Let's go. Tim Shea with the green name. Let's go. Bing bong. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start taking a look at these altcoins, starting off with, let me pull up a different chart. Starting off with STX. Now, Chemistry Bro was talking about this. Yeah, I feel like the premium Discord might be lit right now. But, yeah. So the reason Chemistry Bro brought this up was because I did put a trade setup in the premium Discord. This was one of the shorts that we were looking at. Threw it in there. Let me pull it up. Hopefully I can see it. Which one was it? Did I look at the KuCoin chart? Bear with me, guys, while I actually find the chart that I was looking at. Will he find it? No, I guess I won't find it. Well, anyway, we'll just pull it up. Anyway, so taking a look here, guys, at your STX. I think we basically caught the top of that move. So let me try to put that on there. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, let me come down to the 15. Yeah, this is, yeah, that was basically, I think that was probably pretty close. I actually think it might have even been a little, entry might have been a little higher on that. But yeah, this was the STX short that we put in the premium Discord, roughly, that setup. We saw lots and lots and lots of bearish confirmations on here. We have bearish divergence everywhere. We also had red dots. Guys, if you look at these higher hourly time frames, even on regular candles, it looks even better, at least for a short position. Looking at your 12-hour, or I'm sorry, no, your 10 hours where the red dots start. 10-hour red dot is printing, so that is definitely bearish. You also do kind of have somewhat of a divergence here as well. Your 8-hour red dot is printing as well. Your 6-hour red dot is printing as well. Your 5-hour red dot is printing as well. The bearish signals are everywhere. Not only that, as you come down to the lower time frames, your 2-hour money flow is starting to roll out. Your 90-minute money flow is starting to roll out. Your daily is printing or just confirmed a red dot, right? This is a bearish sign. So shout out to anybody in that premium Discord. That was yeah. This is honestly, I'll be honest. You have to take profits where you think is a right place to take profits. Obviously, I give suggestions, but one thing I will say here is this does have the potential possibility to play out much, much bigger than it already has. We already hit it for about 7, almost 8%, a little over 8% actually. And I think that was actually the full move. That was basically all I was looking for on the setup for the most part. Oh, no, this is what I was looking at. This macro little volume profile range. Looking to, oh, yeah. So we're looking to come back and retest this value area high coming in at about 76 cents. And again, money flow coming out on your 30-minute, 24-minute. Money flow coming out. Your 15-minute in the red with your 4-hour red dot confirmed, right? You come over here, put your vertical line on your money flow crossover into the red. Is it right on that red dot? It is, or it's right on the confirmation. You know, when you have that 4-hour red dot with the money flow crossing over, a lot of times that money flow crossover into the red can give you a big move down. And that money flow crossover is basically where the real breakdown started to happen. So shout out to the premium Discord, or as I like to call it, the kitchen, and anybody who was able to see that setup in time to go ahead and take the trade. I am not asking anybody to I am not asking anybody or telling anybody to get into this short position, guys. The entry for this short was given up here. This is not the time to enter in. It is a missed move at this point. What you want to do is you would want to, it doesn't mean you can't short this, right? This is a 4-hour bearish divergence. These typically play out pretty decently. And there's a daily red dot confirmed. 16-hour is looking bearish. Your 10-hour is printing the red dot. So there is more downside or more room for downside, but you may just not be, it wouldn't be the best entry to get in right now. You would want to actually get into the top right here where we were looking at it, but you could still short it. But what you would want to do is you would want to wait for another signal, right, or another entry signal, because for me it was the 4-hour bearish divergence, which is now confirmed with the money flow coming out on the 15-minute. That would be where you would want to enter, or if you just wanted to enter in on the formation of the 4-hour bear div, you could do that as well. But what I would do is maybe wait for a short-term retracement. If you come down to your 24-minute, your VWAP starting to roll back to the upside, and then you're looking to print a green dot here on the 15-minute. So maybe you get a little short-term bounce. But yeah, just not the best time to enter right now. But there is definitely room for downside, because even if that 4-hour bearish divergence plays out, which it is, as you work your way up these time frames, there's just other bigger dominoes that, let's say this 4-hour bear div decides to play out and it brings you down to your value area high, right? You get a little bit of a retrace, but as you're retracing, you now have that 8-hour red dot that is going to fall on top of that and push it even further down. And then if that plays out, you have the 10-hour backing you up. And on top of that, you have the daily red dot backing you up. So there's many things that could continue to push this thing to the downside. So just understand that. But again, the entry into that short was, has already passed, right? So you might get a little bounce here. You don't want to short the purple candles, get a big retrace, get wrecked, and then price just goes down anyway, right? It's a horrible feeling. It's happened to me, trust me. But there you go. I just wanted to, or shout out to Chemistry Bro or whoever wanted to see that. But yeah, shout out to the premium Discord, guys. Let's go. All right, let's see. Chat, I'm worried Frankie's turning into a perma bear. He seems way more excited when it goes down. Brett, you aren't wrong, bro. You are not wrong. I definitely get more excited when it goes down, and that's just because who doesn't want to buy more Bitcoin, right? But I never just lean bearish for no reason. I will never come on here and be like, it's going down because that's what I want. listen, if the charts are saying it's going up, I'll be like, guys, it's definitely going up, or it's probably going to go up, but I just might not be as excited about it. Shout out to Brett. Pretty funny, bro. I feel that way. I do feel that way. Let's see. Premium sauce. Thank you, Frankie. Shout out to MTC anytime. Shout out to you. Thanks for being in the kitchen. Let's go. Byte Media said this is financial advice. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what I do. Let's see. Tyler Durden. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Let's see. 4CDC says, it would absolutely make my day if Frankie sees my comment. You're a great guy. Man, been here since the start, and you keep going, man. Hey, 4CDC, bro, let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Is it going to make your day? God, what a crazy position to be in, bro. Shout out to 4CDC, bro. Hopefully this makes your day. It's making my day that I can make your day by saying what's up to you. Shout out to you and the Pew Pew Club. Pew Pew. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to 4CDC. Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for being an OG. And I will continually show up for you, my man. Shout out to you. I love you, bro. Bing bong. Shout out to 4CDC. Let's get it. All right, continuing on here. Do you have a video explaining the importance of different time frames? Johnny Jackhammer, I do. I do have a video. I don't remember the title of it, but I do plan on making a fresh one going more in depth. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe we'll do that one next week. I'll put out the time frame video because I do want to go deeper into that to help you guys understand it a little better. Kryptonic says, you make my day every day. Shout out to you, bro. That's crazy. I am so lucky to get those comments. I really do. It really does feel lucky to get those. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. All right, let's continue on here. Shout out to anybody who got that trade in the premium. But, it does look like it could continue down due to those higher time frames looking to roll over as well. And then there you go. See, you're starting to get that little bounce to the upside. That's why you don't want to FOMO in. You want to get in on the actual signals. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Who's my favorite UFC fighter? I will say this as we pull up our next chart, which is XRP. Favorite UFC fighter? Oh, baby. All time. I'll say this. Listen, nobody does it like Conor McGregor, okay? I like Conor McGregor. He's a showman. He's the most entertaining person in the UFC. Right now, though, oh, God, Tony D, if you're in chat, bro, you got to find this guy's name. Pereira. I don't know his name. He's like a Brazilian guy. He speaks broken English. He does like backflips. I like the showman, right? Like I like to watch an entertaining fight. There's some guy's last name's Pereira, I think, and he literally runs on the back he runs up the cage and tries to backflip onto people's faces. It's the sickest thing ever. I absolutely love it. But Conor McGregor, I forget. I think his name is. I don't know if it's Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira might be another one. John Jones is fire. Sean O'Malley, he's a fun fight to watch. Very tactile. Don't like Adesanya. Sorry. I'm sorry. Roast me. I'm sorry. I don't like Adesanya. I think he's corny. Great fighter. One of the best fighters ever. I don't like watch. I don't know. I just have a weird, I just don't like him for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know. But he's an absolute, you know what it is? When he fought, what's his name? Romero. I think he fought Romero, and he just danced around the cage and didn't make a move. Ugh. Most boring fight I've ever watched, and ever since then, I just don't like him. But he is an amazing fighter. I'm not taking away from his talent or his skill. He's definitely one of the best fighters. Like one of the in my opinion, like the top, tippy top of the top. But I'm not a fan of him. Adesanya is the GOAT. Frank's a hater. Yeah, kind of. Guys, I told you, I'm honest. Yeah, Adesanya could totally be the GOAT. I'm just a hater. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I wish I could put my finger on it, but hey, at least I'm honest. Tony's not wrong. Yeah, it's Michael Pereira. There we go. Okay, continuing on here with XRP, guys. Yeah, definitely look up like highlights of that guy. That guy's a psycho. But yeah, moving on. Pull up our XRP chart here. All right, taking a look. Here we go. All right. Taking a look at the daily. Oh, baby, that's got to be a blood diamond, right? Mafia, that's a blood diamond, right? That's got to be. Let's see. No? Wow, that is shocking. That is shocking to me. Okay, no blood diamond on the daily. That's a good sign. But let's continue on. We got the 2-day bear div. Oh God, no blood diamond here either. That's crazy. All right, so pretty tight red dot here. That is an awkward looking red dot here on the on the 2-day. No bear div. Pretty good sign at least. Red dot confirmed on your 3-day. VWAP flop looking the same, right? On the 4-day. VWAP flop looking nasty. Money flow actually looking pretty nice. Look at that money flow. But yeah, VWAP looks like it wants to roll back over there. 5-day green dot is printing. 6-day red dot or green dot is confirmed, but looking for that flop. Getting that little VWAP flop. Weekly green dot is confirmed. Weekly green dot is a weekly green dot is printing. Interesting. This is looking much different than a lot of things, but we're starting to play the red dot, green dot game here. I'm not really trusting this much. We could easily flop back over here. Sometimes it gets a little sketchy. Let me see what BitLab's significant movements is saying. Yeah, just straight gray. This is, could just kind of wiggle sideways here, guys. This is indicating sideways movement on the BitLab indicators. But yeah, and then the red dot, green dot, you don't want to get chopped up on this. But, I mean, that's on the weekly. But, yeah, red dot on the daily. Could bring you down. Money flow coming out. Money flow in the red on the 6th. This is looking a lot different than Bitcoin. It's kind of throwing me off, I'll be honest. Yeah, look at the 4. This is hard to read. 4 hours in the green. VWAP coming up. Does this thing want to go up or down? Guys, I'm open. This is looking weird. Money flow on the 90 minutes in the red. Yeah, this is not very clear. Very much not clear. Let's pull up Lux Algo. Let's see. Let's pull up the... No, that's oscillators. I didn't want the oscillators. Dang it. All right, here we go. Boom. Let's pull up Lux Algo. See if Lux Algo can give us anything here. Yeah. Let's check the 4 hour. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't expect to move up here any time before a green dot on the 4 hour. That is likely going to be, yeah. It looks boring. It looks like it just might continue doing this, to be 100% honest with you guys. This is not very exciting. Yeah, okay. So now with the context of the volume profile on the 8 hour, I'm going to come down to the 4 hour, zoom in a little bit here. I'm also going to change my signal strength here. I'm going to put it on autopilot. Bada boom. There we go. Okay, so you're getting that sell signal on the 4 hour. Interesting with the VWAP coming up. So, guys, with Lux Algo, when you see the candles turning purple with a sell signal, this is really what you want to look at because it's showing that not only this is showing that we have somewhat of bullish momentum, but then as it turns purple, it's showing that we have neutral. The trend would be more neutral, and that's what you want to see when you start to get a sell signal because it's showing you're going from green to neutral with a sell signal. It means that the candles may start to turn red, which could cause a move to the downside. Right, kind of the same thing here. You're green, and then you go purple. It's like, hey, this is kind of sketchy. Strong sell, candles turn red, indicating a downtrend, and then boom, you absolutely dump. Beautiful play right there. But yeah, this is interesting because you do have a conflict between the indicators. VWAP coming up on the 4 hour, but you're getting a sell signal on Lux Algo. Very interesting. This could indicate that maybe the VWAP is going to get rejected from the 0 line on Market Cipher B because you're getting that sell signal on the 4 hour. Taking a look at the 2 hour. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I got a strong sell signal here. But their VWAP's coming up. Getting clashing signals on Lux Algo and Market Cipher. Usually they agree. Yeah, okay, so, see, you're getting the VWAP flop. Look at that VWAP flop. Green dot, red dot, money flow in the green, now back in the red on the 45-minute. Yeah, straight up, guys, this is there's just mixed signals on the chart. There's nothing we can do about it, right? You're getting VWAP flops, VWAP flips, red dot, green dot. You're getting strong sells on Lux Algo with VWAPs coming up on the on Market Cipher. Kind of how I would interpret this, guys, is that this VWAP may get rejected at the 0 line. And you know what I'm going to start doing, guys? Start pointing to stuff. And I'm going to start, like, writing here. VWAP rejection at 0 line. And, like, just to, like this can help you. I do this sometimes, so I don't have to watch it, right? So now when I come back to this chart, I know I'm looking at this VWAP, and I'm going to be like, oh, I was wondering if that was going to get rejected at the 0 line because of what Lux Algo was saying. Now when I come back and look at this, I'll be able to see that, okay, well, you know, a lot of times I see that when Lux Algo is pointing in the opposite direction as Market Cipher, sometimes it can help me identify false signals on one indicator or the other. So we'll see. We'll come back tomorrow. Are we going to get a rejection on the VWAP here? Is that sell signal going to push price down and push that VWAP back down? Or are we going to see the VWAP come up, print a green dot, and are we going to see the sell signal on Lux Algo getting validated? Just some interesting stuff to look at. Yeah, Don Manning says mixed signals sounds like a girl I used to. It sounds like a girl I knew in college. Yeah, I know some of those girls too. Let's see. This is the Bitcoin way. What is going on? Welcome in. But yeah, XRP is its own beast. Yeah, absolutely. Weekly. Yeah, weekly's getting sketched. I'll say this. Looking at the volume profile, this is why I love the volume profiles, guys, is no matter what kind of mixed signals you're getting on the chart, you can likely get some clarity on the volume profile, because now I know that price, your POC is at the lower end of our volume profile here. So it is likely that price is going to want to stick at this lower end of the profile. And now we have at least some context, right? If we break our value area low, that is where we can expect to potentially lose our area of balance. And if you zoom out and just look at the other volume profile, let me go ahead and turn off the value area high, value area low, and POC. Whoops, I hit cancel and not okay because there's a $100 bill in the way. Turn these off just so it's less messy. So yeah, now looking at this volume here, you can see that, if we lose this value area low, we do have some volume over here, right? But, if we start breaking these levels down here, in the 37-cent level, start breaking these lows down here, we could start to fall and hunt out this next higher volume node all the way down here, in the lower 30-cent level. But until we break this low, this value area low, I am not expecting price to really do much other than just bing bong around the value area low, the POC, and the value area high. So until we come down, break this, flip that to resistance, and get a move to the downside, I am expecting to come to the value area low, looking for longs, right? Looking for longs to potentially get a move back up to our value area high, and then eventually look for shorts at the value area high, looking to short it back down to the POC/value area low. And I could try to find some kind of a little freebie setup for you here, guys. What I would be looking for, hey, let's look for this, right? VWAP, you're probably not going to get that, actually. I don't want to force anything. Yeah, kind of hard to call this one. But yeah, I would say I'm expecting to stay, within this range. If we break down, I'd look for longs here to long it back up to the value area high, and so on and so forth. I'd be treating this as a range. I'll pull a little bit more of a local range here on the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, we're still within that range as well. So yeah, I think you may just kind of range here. Even if you dump, looking to hold that most important level of support here is going to be that 38.3839 level. All right, let's see. Let's see. Gotta rep up the XRP when the blockchain backer calls. Absolutely. Shout out to blockchain backer. Shout out to XRP. Dave Digital with the emojis. Let's get it, bro. Shout out to you, man. But yeah, guys, XRP kind of looks like it wants to bing bong sideways for a little bit. And again, an easy way to identify that if you do have the BitLab indicator stack here, unshaded waves on your 1 hour, 3 hour unshaded waves. So, just indicating sideways action. Yeah, you're just completely unshaded here, indicating sideways consolidation. Yeah, so I would lean sideways on leaning sideways on XRP. Yeah, even on the daily. Just very, very mixed signals here. Very hard to read. All right, let's see. Next is going to be KDA and then a little bit of OP. Shout out to OP. Let's see. How long have we been going here, guys? Don't forget to smash that like button. Let's see. All right. Cool. All right. I have a pet pickle. All right. But do you know Forcer? Okay. It's a cucumber. Oh, God. What are you guys talking about? All right. Continuing on here, guys. Taking a look at Kadeener. Taking a look at your 2-day. 2-day. Ooh. No bear div. No bad. Yeah. I like to pull my bear divs from the bodies, guys. So this wick is technically higher, but I'd like to see the body higher, so I'm not putting as much weight on this. Taking a look at your daily bear div is not there, but you are printing a red dot on your daily, your 16-hour money, so this is looking similar to Bitcoin, right? Red dot on your 8-hour, blood diamond on your 8-hour confirmed. 5-hour red dot is confirmed. Your 4-hour rolling back to the upside. Your 2-hour money flow is back in the red. This is looking more similar to Bitcoin. I would remain a similar sentiment. Money flow coming out aggressively on your 2-hour here. Yeah, this is looking a little bit more bearish. 3-hour money flow coming out. 45-minute in the red coming back up. Interesting. Yeah, actually, your 1 hour. 1 hour is actually slightly coming up here. Interesting. Yeah, this one's kind of hard to read too, guys. I'm not going to lie. 15-minute. Interesting. Yeah, that daily red dot may bring it down a little bit more. It's looking very similar to Bitcoin. I will go ahead and find you guys some levels here because there's really nothing screaming out at me. So, yeah, I would go ahead and look at this range. I'll pull these levels so you guys can copy them if you want. Let me go ahead and pull that to our high. Okay, so these are the levels I would take here. In general, value area low, your POC, these are never bad levels to have on the chart because they give you context into what price action might do. Value area high, POC, value area low, a little bing, a little bong. And then you have your local golden pocket down here. So as of right now, guys, basically what we have going on here, I'm going to zoom out or zoom into the lower time frames so we can get a better idea of what's going on, right? So what happened here? Typical volume profile stuff. You hold the value area low as support up to the value area high. You lose the value area high. You come to the value area low, back to the value area high. Now we are likely, as we flip that POC to resistance, we are likely on our way to revisit that value area low. I can almost guarantee you that we're hitting a local golden pocket right now. Let's go ahead and test it. Bing, bong. Can't make it up. Can't make it up, guys. You stare at the charts long enough, you just know where those golden pockets are. So hitting up against that golden pocket, but again, because we're below this POC, could not hold it at support, could not get back above it. I would expect to eventually work our way back down towards that value area low at about $1.13. And with money flow on the 2-hour in the red, that 4-hour looking like it's making a lower high in the money flow as well. And your 6-hour red dot confirmed, 8-hour blood diamond confirmed, and your 10-hour red dot confirmed. Because of and money flow coming out on a lot of these time frames, I do think even if you bing bong come back up, I do think you'll eventually make it down back to the value area low at about $1.13 for KDA. If you deviate below the range, I would watch this golden pocket at about $1.07. And then if you lose that level, I would also watch for a pull down to the 786, obviously at about 97 cents. Pulling up our VPVR. Come on, a little bing, a little boom, boom, boom. Okay. Come on. Volume? No? Okay. But yeah, zooming in a little bit, just looking at the volume. Yeah, I mean, you got a decent bit. I mean, no real alarming levels to lose. I would stick with these levels. These levels do look good. There you go. OP optimism. Let's go ahead and get it. Melissa in the house. What is going on, Melissa? Thank you for being here. Frankie, we appreciate everything you do for the community. Crypto Affinity, I appreciate everything you do and everything the CandleMafia does for this community because you guys do a whole lot. Shout out to the like button, guys. Go ahead and scream that like button. Smash that like button if you guys want to spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Actually, don't hit the like button, guys. And I'm not trying to use reverse psychology. Actually, don't hit the like button because if you do, we're gonna have to spin the wheel way too many times, and we already have way too many giveaways to do this week, so please don't hit the like button. Crypto Billy said OP Filecoin, and the time is 7:20. All right, let's go. Almost the same amount of viewers we have. Okay. We're going to this is probably going to be the last couple of altcoins here. I am actually very, very tired, guys. Doing that morning show is exhausting. BullishSauce.eth said, I'm in premium, but no green name. I want my status or I'm going to cry. JK, but I really am. Shout out to BullishSauce.eth. As you guys know, a lot of memberships given away on the live stream. So if you hang out, you never know when you'll get airdropped some what do you call it? Some green names. All right, let's continue on here. Bada boom, bada boom. Day Digital said, okay, but the other day on Ben's show, you pulled your fib from the wick. Dave, I think I know what you're talking about there. What I was talking about with the bodies was divergences. Or maybe I don't know exactly what you're talking about. But if this is an actual question about when I look at divergences, I pull them from the bodies, right? Not the wicks. Some people pull them from the wicks. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just prefer to see the bodies make higher highs. But when I pull fibs, I pull the fibs from the wicks, right? So I'll pull the fibs from the wicks. Fibs from the wicks, divergences from the bodies. But I don't pull fibs from scam wicks. I will only pull them, like if I got a big scam wick here, I'll pull it to see what it looks like, but I don't like pulling fibs on scam wicks. But there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Rest up, Frankie. I'm feeling sick as a dog today, waiting to feel better to hit some trades again. Shout out to Honda, man. Shout out to you, bro. Well, I hope you feel better, man. All right, let's see. Thank you for the membership. Let's go. Shout out. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Oh, yeah, so that's what we're looking at on Cadena. If you guys want to screenshot those levels real quick while we pull up our next altcoin, let's go ahead and do it. Shout out to Crimson Caravan, said you did great this morning. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. I saw you guys in chat. I don't obviously talk to chat as much because that's not how that show really works. But I tried to shout you guys out as much as possible. I appreciate you guys for being in there. It means a lot to see you guys show up with those candle emojis. I just see out of the corner of my eye all the candles, and I'm like, oh, the mob's here. The mob's here. They got my back. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. Frankie this morning. Frankie in the evening. Absolutely. Let's get it. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at OP. Shout out to Johnny from the office. As you guys know, Johnny's one of our researchers. He told me to go ahead and get into OP, and I told him, you're a fool. That's an altcoin. It's a bear market. And he made a lot of money, and I didn't. So there you go. I'm just kidding. Well, actually, I'm not. That actually did happen. He bought it. I said, no, it's a bear market. And I would have made a lot of money if I bought it. So I should have. But it's my fault, not his. He told me to buy it. I just said no. All right, taking a look here. On the daily, let's see. Yeah, you got the – yeah, see, look, guys. The last bear div on the daily, right, just to give you guys an idea of what a bear div on the daily can do. Here you go, right? Massive bear div on the daily. Right? A bada boom, lower highs, bang, to the downside, right? So, yeah, these are nothing to joke around about, especially when you have them on the 2-day, which you do not have. You do not have that. Yeah, no bear div on the 2-day. 3-day, looking for the green dot. 4-day, looking to come up towards that zero line. Hey, OP on the weekly, confirmed red dot. However, these other higher daily time frames don't look terrible. They really don't. Money flow on the 3-day looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm down with OP. Absolutely. Let's see. No problem. This guy says, not going to lie, I'm like 5 seconds away from unsubscribing. Give me a solid reason to stay. Well, if you've been subscribed for more than 30 seconds, you should have a few good reasons to stay. But hey, no one's got a money gun to your head, my friend. No one's got a money gun to your head. But hey, kudos to you. Shout out to you, bro. You got to do what feels good in your heart. Do you want to be subscribed or do you want to be unsubscribed? You got to do what feels good for you. Because this is not life advice, guys. This is not life advice. Oh, God, too funny. But anyway, here we go. Let's go. It's like, no, please don't unsubscribe. Please. Okay, so pulling some volume here on OP at the top of the range here. Money flow coming up. Money flow coming to the upside on the 6-hour. I will say, guys, these higher daily time frames are looking not too bad. Now, the weekly red dot is a little bit conflicting, but again, that is, yeah, those higher daily time frames are looking pretty good. VWAP's coming up. Money flow on the 3 days looking healthy. I would really look for this. If I was looking for anything on OP, I would look for a potential further push to the upside. Don't mind my neighbor's WRX. Thing's loud as all get out. But yeah, there you go. I would look for higher highs here with the bearish divergences on the higher daily time frames. So yeah, that's what I would look for. I would look for a higher high on OP for sure. 2-day, yeah, you could get a similar thing here on the 2-day if you can come up and make that higher high. And we will go ahead and pull some levels to see where that higher high may be likely to come in. But yeah, moving on here, daily money flow kind of coming up here. VWAP kind of just chilling. 16-hour money flow is in the red, coming back into the green here. VWAP looking to roll over. 12-hour money flow is back in the green. Now, you guys have to understand, this is sometimes the sometimes on Market Cypher, you could see the alts like front run what Bitcoin's going to do, because obviously we have the 12 and the 16-hour crossing into the red on the 12 and the 16-hour on Bitcoin. But, sometimes like ETH leads the way a lot of the times, or like, at one point, ETH was like kind of the market leader. And, we would see whatever ETH did, Bitcoin would follow very quickly after. So maybe we see something like that where, maybe you go into the red and then back into the green. But again, this is also looking, very different than Bitcoin in a lot of other aspects as well. But it is just interesting how sometimes you can see that. 10-hour is in the red, VWAP coming down. 5-hour red dot is looking to print very, very soon. 4-day red dot is looking to print as well. Maybe. Let me see something here. Give me a second to investigate, guys. Let me see if we can get. Oh man. So we missed this, guys. This is come and gone. Nice bearish divergence here on the 30-minute, and the reason I think this actually may play out is, and again, this is a missed opportunity. Please don't do this. It's not financial advice. I am not taking this trade. I would have taken it if I got it up here, but I did not. So I am going to sit it out. But this may bring you back down to the POC at some point. That would be a massive, massive move. However, that would have been a nice move, right? Because you got the 30-minute bear div, and then that 4-hour red dot is about to print, and you got the money flow coming out on these time frames, right? So this is, in my opinion, likely going to play out a little bit more. I don't know if you'll get all the way down to $2.17, but I do think maybe getting back to the value area low of this local range would be somewhat likely. And I just guessed that the value area low is going to be there. I mean, it's not really that hard to guess, but there you go, right? So, I think, break down, bounce off the POC. Now you're looking for shorts at that value area high. Can you get it? Look at the 12-minute. Ooh, you're about to print that bear div on the 12-minute. So that short may look something like this, right? So this one has not really come and gone. This one, you would be looking for shorts at that value area high, right? Stop loss, I would recommend. This is not a trade call, guys. I'm not telling you to take this trade. I'm just saying, like, kind of if you were looking at this, this is not a very, this isn't a very big divergence. Very, very small, very local. But you maybe put your stop loss somewhere above these highs, depending on your risk tolerance, how much breathing room you want to give it. But yeah, you bounce the POC. If you reject this value area high, likely you will revisit that POC. And the reason here is, if you get that bearish divergence here on the 12-minute, you have the 15-minute money flow coming out. That's bearish. You have the 10-minute money flow crossing coming out. That's bearish. Also looking to print a bear div here locally. So that just may be a good entry point to potentially get in on that 4-hour red dot, which is likely to give you a bigger move down. We'll see. Somebody remind me tomorrow to check the fake OP trade. The fake OP trade, because I am not taking this trade. This is just a suggestion. Not a suggestion. This is literally not a suggestion. This is, what do I want to say? This is just me talking about the charts. This is, if I were looking to trade this is what I would look at for a scalp trade. So, even if that 15-minute plays out and you get a little bit of a move, again, that 4-hour red dot is likely to come up behind you and kind of fall over on top of that, adding to more of that bearish pressure. So there you go. Somebody remind me to check this tomorrow. See if it hit. And full transparency, guys, it may not. Just so you know. Just because I said that this looks like a potential setup doesn't mean that it's going to absolutely dump. You could easily rip right through here, but if you use good risk management, your loss would be small. Again, not a trade signal. Just, examples. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Let's see. LG, shout out to LG, says Frankie Candles is such a cleverly marketed channel. Interesting. Well, thank you for that, LG. I'd like more insight into that. What are we doing that you think is a clever idea? I appreciate the compliment, though. We are pretty clever over here. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Yo, Frankie, could you check out Caspa, please? Yeah, we could try to. Let's see. Yeah, Paul. Shout out to Paul Wood. I hope you didn't leave yet. He said, this is good. I want to talk about this. Bro, on BitBoy, you said 3 and 4 day green dots confirmed, and now you say red dots forming. Shake my head. Or it could easily stand for shake my hand. I don't know. But let me talk about this, because this is a question I get I get a lot of questions like this from people who are new to trading or new to TA or new to crypto. I mean, typically they're new to TA. You don't necessarily need to be new to crypto. But I get this from a lot of new people. They're like, I don't understand. This guy said that this was doing this today, and then tomorrow, now he's saying something completely different. And I forgot what the guy's name was. But shout out to you if you're still here. I hope you are. That's how it works. That's how the market works. The market goes up and the market goes down. Everybody wants an answer. Is it definitely going up 100% or no? Tell me when to buy, tell me when to sell. But unfortunately, that's simply not the fact of the matter, right? That is not how it works. You get new information every day, and just because you get a signal on an indicator does not mean that there's a 100% chance of something happening. So, if you're looking at something like Bitcoin, I'll pull it up right now. So, let's see. I don't even know if he's correct on what we were saying. What did he say? 3 and 4 day red dots? I don't know where the chat went. I think he said 3 and 4 day green dots were confirmed. And he was right. 3 day red dot confirmed. 3 day green dot confirmed. 4 day green dot confirmed. So yes, this is what we were talking about on the BitBoy Crypto channel. And we came up on that dot, right? That dot printed and we came up on that candle. But green dots don't last forever. They are usually followed by red dots because the market goes up and the market goes down. So this 3 day green dot is no longer valid because now we have a red dot because we got new information on the chart. So that is the and I say this not to be sarcastic or make fun of whoever left that comment, but the reason I say it is because it's a good question, right? People who don't know. People who are not familiar with how to read charts or how to look at these indicators, it is confusing, right? It's like yesterday you said there was a green dot, and now today you're saying there's a red dot. And the answer is yes, that's exactly what we said. Just because you get the green dot yesterday doesn't mean we're going to get a big pump. It could mean that, but there's much more to it. You got to check the other time frames. You have to look for confluence. What's money flow doing? What does your price action look like, right? There's many other things that other than green dot, red dot. So the reason why we're talking about red dots today and we were talking about green dots yesterday was because we got that green dot. It didn't give us anything, and now we have a red dot. So that's why it changed. Shout out to whoever asked that question. Hopefully that clears things up for you. All right, let's see. How do we know if we have won the spins? Shout out to Chad. You're going to want to go ahead and leave a like and a comment on yesterday's market update, our morning market update that we uploaded yesterday. Go ahead and check that out. Leave a like, leave a comment. That is where we pull the winners from, and we announce all the winners. For the giveaways on Friday's stream. Every Friday, we announce the winners. So, if you want to go ahead and join, just leave a like and a comment on that video. And there you go. All right, let's see. Heck said it was like 6 hours ago. Oh, he's talking about today? Didn't he say yesterday? I thought he said yesterday. Either way, right? It's that red dot wasn't here 6 hours ago, right? Now it is, hence new information on the charts. And hint, in another 3 days, we will likely print some other information that will change it again. So, it's just the nature of the market, guys. It's just the nature of the market. It goes up, it goes down, it changes. But that's not what people want, right? People want to know, is it going up 100%? Tell me 100%. But the thing is, there's other people there's other people out there, right? There's other people out there that put on, they kind of pull the blanket over your eyes, or I don't know. They try to make you think that they know if it's 100% going up or 100% going down. So it makes the general public, especially people who are new or don't know what they're looking at, think that it's possible to know that. But it really isn't. It's just a trick to get you to keep watching them, right? You see this with people who are endlessly bullish or endlessly bearish no matter what. They just tell you, I know it's going up. 100% it's going up, right? And then a broken clock is right twice a day, right? So, it's going up. It's going up. I know for a fact it's going up, right? And then you're just wrong. And then when you're right, you don't talk about all the times you were wrong. You only talk about the times you were right. So there you go. But just a heads up, guys. Nobody knows if it's 100% going up. But I think that is a really, really good question because it is. It's red dot, green dot. And again, the reason why that we're now talking about a red dot is because new information printed, right? So this could have wound up turning into a big pump, but it didn't. right? And we just got the red dot. So that's why it changes. Price action changes. But anyway, let's continue on here. There is no 100%. Either you need to learn the basics of trading or GTFO. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. Yeah. I mean, these are people who, it's different asking the question or like hating on the question, right? If you're asking the question, it's a great question and a valid question, right? I'd be confused too if I didn't know how to read the chart. I'd be like, what the heck? Like, he said there was a green dot and now it's a red dot, right? But if you come in and you're like, never means, he says so confirmed, never means confirmed. Well, no, no. It is confirmed. That green dot is confirmed. It just immediately got stepped on. But yeah, it's like if someone comes in and they're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He said it was going up yesterday and now it's going down. And it's like, that's how the market works. That's especially when you're on a trading channel. It definitely goes up and down, and you definitely look at it going up and down every single day. Someone told me y'all did giveaways here. Is that true? Hashtag value. Thank you, Frankie Candles. No problem. Shout out to Cryptid Bees. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Blanchard's Bees as well. All right, Bear Div on the daily market cap total 3. Ooh, Jamie Durden. No relation to Tyler. I already checked. Lost profit is late. Let's go. She was a mail order bride from Russia. She needs help. Oh God. I don't know what's going on here. Confirmed depending on what time frame. Everybody knows that. Shout out to Bullish Sauce. But yeah, anyway, guys, there we go. What were we on? Boom. All right. Well, how long have we been going here for? I think we feel like we went on a tangent for a while. Oh, God, it's an hour 55. Frankie Candles, it also sounds welcoming. CandleMafia. Oh, wait, did you tell us why you thought we were cleverly marketed? Yeah. Oh, God, I don't know. I don't know where that original thing. I would really like to know because I would like to know what you think we're doing right. Yeah, shout out to LG. Says it also sounds welcoming. CandleMafia because NYC. I don't know. It's funny. Funny yet assertive. Yeah, it's like, hey, come on in. We're a loving family, but don't leave. Trust me, you do not want to leave the mob. You're in for life. Yeah, shout out to LG. I appreciate you. Let's see. Lost Profit said, dude, I love this stream. Best stream on the internet. Let's get it. All right, guys, I did not realize we ran over so much. We are at an hour 55, so we are going to have to go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Sometimes I look up Wheel of Pain, and that's not what it's actually called. There we go. All right, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, moving on. Shout out to Bufo on the beat. All right, continuing on here, guys. Let's go ahead and get these spins out. Let's see. How many likes did we get? 595. Hey, it ain't no 585. It ain't no 589, but it's 595. Let's see. Nope. I'm kind of hoping for nopes on these guys. I am kind of hoping that we do not get any of these giveaways because I am going to go broke here or fired. I don't know. Let's see. You guys are funny. Oh, God. Give them a giveaway, baby. I still get excited, guys. I want to give the giveaways. But it's just, somebody's got to do it. 615 people still in here. Thank you all for tuning or sticking around till the end of the stream. I do appreciate you. Shout out to Tony D says, this chat was $2, but that like button is free. Shout out to you, bro. That's a good one. I like that. Let's see. Ghost Pepper Crickets. Shout out to Dark Crash. I was going to take a sip of water for you, bro, but I don't have my water bottle here. Dang it. Let's see. That chat was only $1.99. I'm my hero. Oh, that was I'm my hero. That was trolly in the best way possible. I love that. Dang. It's funny too. It's always $1.99. I always wonder, is that like an option that you pick, or is that like a is it do you type in the actual price? Oh, Dr. Arebus. Shout out to Dr. Arebus. I will definitely go ahead and put the ginger shots on the wheel. 100%. 619 likes, guys. There's our 6 spins. 3 giveaways. That's for the mod. That's for the mods. I will put the ginger shots on the wheel. It's like a perfect thing. That is a perfect thing to put on the I'm my hero foiled again. Yeah, I will put that on the wheel. It's like a perfect thing to go on the wheel. On mobile, it's $1.99. On PC, it's $2. That is super, super weird. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, Paul Wood. Yes. 100%. Yes. Now, typically on the higher time frames, I want to cover this because if there's really confusion, I would like to clear it up for you so you understand, what you're looking at here, right? Now, the thing here is we're looking at a higher time frame. Now, I assume. Yeah, Paul Wood, trust me, dude. I would love for something to give me a green dot, and then that means it's definitely going up a lot. That would be amazing. But it just doesn't exist. But I assume you're newer at looking at the charts, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. I just mean that as it's probably true. So with the green dots, this is a higher time frame, right? This is a 3-day time frame. So basically, what that means is that you're not going every 3 days. You only print one of these candles every 3 days, right? So when you get a signal on a higher time frame like the 3-day, when you get a green dot on something like the 3-day, typically we put a little bit more weight on those higher time frames because you get that green dot and then it has 3 days to play out, right? So you have 3 full days before it prints another candle. So on the higher time frames, typically a green dot on the 3-day would be a very strong signal to the upside or a pretty strong signal to the upside, but sometimes things just get stepped on. So so Paul, he says, so green dots and red dots are useless. To use them, it sounds like you want to use them as buy and sell signals, and in that case, yes. They're not used as buy or sell signals, but they can be used as buy or sell confirmations. You want to look at things like divergences or volume profiles or Fibonacci levels or price action or candlestick patterns or price action patterns, right? You have to look at other things that will signal a move, and then the green dots can add confluence, which is essentially just confirmation that you are going to go up or down. So right now, we are having a bearish divergence form, right? So this is a perfect example. Paul, stick with me here. We're going to get through this. We got that green dot on the daily, right? But we don't take it too seriously because we have a bearish divergence, right? We have higher highs on our price action, and that green dot was potentially going to turn into a lower high on our momentum waves. And we also had a daily bearish divergence and a 2-day bearish divergence forming, which are very bearish signals. So this green dot, I would actually have expected it not to play out a lot because of the other bearish signals. So in that case, this green dot, I wouldn't have put much weight on. However, this red dot, I would actually lean a little bit, I would put a little bit more weight on this red dot. And the reason is, it's not just a red dot. On top of the red dot, we're putting in a bearish divergence, which is a very, very bearish signal. So that, plus being at key resistance, bearish divergence, key resistance, red dot printing, right? So just with the bearish divergence at resistance and the multiple other bearish divergences that we have on other time frames is making us expect a move to the downside. And then on top of all those bearish signals, we are now getting a red dot on the 3-day. And that is why I would put more weight on this red dot and why I wasn't putting as much weight on the green dot. So yes, if you want to use if you want to use the green dot and the red dot as buy and sell signals, I would recommend not doing that. You would get wrecked if you did that. But if you know how to do further TA, you can find good confirmations, and then the red and green dots you'll have context into them, and they'll make a lot more sense. And if you don't know how to do that other TA, or you don't know, how to find those confirmations, go ahead and watch all the free videos on my YouTube channel. I will bring you from knowing absolutely nothing and basically to understanding advanced risk management, advanced trading strategies, and how to fully understand these advanced indicators, right? So there you go. Paul, I hope I cleared that up for you, because if you want to get into trading and you're looking for something that is just buy when it's green and sell when it's red, I recommend maybe either learning more about TA or just not trading, because trust me, nothing like that exists. If it did, I would never have to work a day in my life. I would just make a bot that longed green dots and shorted red dots. So hopefully that clears it up for you. But yeah, we got plenty of content on the channel here that you can watch that will get you up to speed if you're interested in learning on when to believe the green dots and trust them and when not to. But, guys, with all that being said, that is all the time I got for tonight's stream. I appreciate you guys all for sticking around till the end of the stream. Hopefully, you guys learned something. Paul, hopefully you learned something. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight. We ran a little bit over, but, yeah. As of right now, guys, watch that 2-day bear div. Watch that 3-day bear div now printing. Definitely seems a little bit bearish. Short-term pumps, obviously, basically same sentiment as yesterday. No, green dot on the 1 hour's printing right now. So short pump in the short term, or little pump in the short term may not be unlikely. But again, remember, just like yesterday, we were looking for a retrace to make another move to the downside. So we may be doing the same thing here. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in and sticking around to the end of the stream. And where's my chat at? Where's my chat at? Let me see. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Yeah, guys, shout out to bullishsauce.eth. I've only been trading for 3 months. I've only been listening to Frankie Candle's show for 2 weeks and have upped my trading game tenfold. If you guys aren't learning something, it's not Frankie, it's you. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. I appreciate that super chat, bro. You're the man. Thank you for sticking around. I feel like you were like a big part of this episode. I appreciate that super chat for real, man. It's $20. That's not, that's not nothing, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. But with all that being said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, CandleMafia. How many likes did we get today? How many likes did we? Can you guys tell I don't want to hang up? I don't want to hang up. 600 and something likes. It's cut off. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. See you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right after ATB. Shout out to our boy DZ. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bang.
Tyler Ramos.
Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.